Welcome, in front of me is a POPTEL P8, and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that you can do on this device. So we're going to begin with the Duras Feed, which will allow foreground apps to just run a little bit smoother. And to enable this, you would go into the settings. And from here, it's an app called Duras Feed, or maybe setting right here. And all you need to do is just enable it. And now whatever app is open will be running a little bit better, and anything that has been in the background, like all these, will be basically frozen or shut off to increase the performance of the app that you're trying to use at the moment. Now, second thing that I want to share is the airplane mode, and not the conventional use of it. So normally you enable it, it disconnects from basically everything, and it's just all kind of uneventful. But the secondary use for it is if you have some kind of bad call quality, and whenever you're trying to talk to someone, they're being like, the conversation keeps cutting out, and you just can't understand what they're saying. I would advise on using the airplane mode, so enable it and then disable it. And what this will do is just disconnect from the cell tower that you are connected at the time and reconnect to the closest one to you, and hopefully also improve the call quality if you have been struggling in that department. So moving on, we're going to go into the reducing animations. Now the phone doesn't actually come with any option to reduce animations in the normal settings, but you have the option through developer settings. So if you go into the settings itself, scroll all the way down, go into the system, and then find where is it? About phone. Now disregard the fact that I already have it enabled right here. You go to about phone, and from here you should find build number. There it is, so second last. Tap on it 7 times. For me it says no need, you are now a developer, but if you don't have it enabled, it will, after 7th tapped, it will either show you that you are now a developer, or give you a if you have some kind of protection set up on your device, it will have you confirm the pattern, password, or whatever that is, and then it will show the message that you are now a developer. So from here you can go to the developer options and scroll almost all the way down, a little bit past halfway, like right here you can see the marker right here, and you will have the window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. So each one of them corresponds to a different animation. For instance, the window animation is the window that will open whenever you have something to select. So if I tap on this, that will be a window. And you can set it up, for instance, times 10, so you can see a drastic difference on the speed of it. But you can also set it up to be completely off, and just as anything else. Now animations on here aren't very smooth, so setting them to off might be just the best way. And now whenever you tap on anything, there is no more animation. Apps just pop in and out of existence, and they're lacking animation, which just allows you to access the app a little bit faster and quicker without actually having to look at these janky animations. Okay, so moving on, we're going to go into the screensaver, and what it will allow you to do is set an option so when your device is plugged in, it can actually display certain information. So to do it, we're going to go into the settings again, and then let's go onto the display. So right here, advanced, and we should find screensaver, and you can tap on current screensaver to choose one. You have different options, so you have colors, which colors doesn't really give you anything apart from just a rainbow barf everywhere, but photos or a clock are ones that you might actually like. So clock will display just a clock. If I check this on and tap on start now, you can see that that's how it will look. Now you can change it to something else like photos, but then you have to actually add photos to it that it displays. It then basically behaves like a picture frame, so clock might be the most useful. And once you have chosen that, you can actually also select when to start, and you have the option, for instance, when docked or when charging. So assuming you don't have a dock, charging probably would be the best. So whenever you're plugging the device to charging, it will then, whenever it goes, the screen is off, it will look like this. So nice way of actually, for instance, having like a clock when you're going to sleep, so you have a completely dark background, but you can still see the time. Kind of like an ambient display, but without actually needing the power to use it, so when it's gonna run only when the device is charging. Okay, and the last thing that I want to share is one of my favorite ones, which is the hiding the password. So when you're typing away a password for anything, so here if I start typing away, you can see the latest letter I have pressed, and anybody dedicated enough will basically gather the entire password, because if they're looking over your shoulder, they're seeing every letter being pressed in sequence. So there is a way to actually hide that, and you would go to, again, the settings, and then under security, I think I already passed it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Security and location. I was just looking for security. So from here, you can scroll down and you will have show password, and by default for some reason this is enabled, so I'll just disable this. And now if we go back to showing the password, tap on it and you start typing away, you can see that there is no more visible password, just an immediate dot. So it helps a little bit more with the privacy and just protection of your password. But that would conclude the tweaks and tricks that I'm going to share. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.